What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Motivational Wills. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Deep in the Trap, and we back with another episode. And this time we got my man Ant Mills, and not only is he a jeweler, but he got multiple investments, and he gonna show you guys the strategies that's made him successful. Come on, y'all. Let's find out some of his secrets.
No way, Jose.
To the channel. What's going on, Ant?
How you doing, brother?
Listen, first of all, I always want to say thank you for welcoming us into your trap.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then also giving us your time.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? Because I know you could have been doing something else.
Yeah, I appreciate you considering me. You
no,
feel
for sure.
me? Yeah.
No, for sure. All right, bro. So let's talk about some of the obstacles you had to face growing up and what kind of inspired you to overcome those obstacles.
Man, of course, I done faced plenty of obstacles growing up, man, but when my brother died, that was like the biggest obstacle that I had to face, you know what I'm saying? And when he died in my house that I was raised in. I was there for 18 years, man, from birth, you feel me? My brother died of suicide in that house. So the day that he died, I knew I couldn't sleep there no more. So that's when my troubles became real. So I needed a crib, so my first, it started getting real for me around then, and I had to get me a crib. I felt like I was I don't want to say homeless, but I was jumping house to house. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I knew it was gonna be real. So this house here, though, this is my first crib right here I ever bought, man. This is my only house I got on the south side right here. I own a lot of properties, man, but this is the only one I got on the south side, and this is the first one I ever bought. And this is where I came to after he died, you know what I mean? He died when I was 18, and I bought this when I was 19. Bought this right here when I was 19.
So, just to, I mean, because, bro, for a lot of people, and I know how close you and your brother was. For real, if he was standing right here next to you, you wouldn't know which one was, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. It was right there.
You feel me? So, talk about it, and I don't want to say the wrong words, like, him passing, I know that, hurt you in so many ways, but is that what inspired you to separate yourself from everybody else, bro? Because we kind of grew up similar backgrounds too. Both our moms on drugs, you feel what I'm saying, and stuff like that, bro. And the street that just happened on where you grew up at, bro. This around the time where a lot of stuff was popping off. You know what I mean? A lot of gang stuff, and you know what I mean. Being on the block was cool, bro. But you was on a different path back then. So is that what kind of inspired you to separate yourself from everybody else?
Yeah, man. When he died, man, it was real. I had to pay for his funeral, man, and the way that he died, it wasn't celebrated. Like, nobody, you feel me? Nobody wasn't walking around here like R.I.P. Ant Mill. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody was saying that. Nobody was doing that because he died of suicide. So it was it was a sad thing. It wasn't spoken about. You know what I mean? And like this house, my cousin Terrell, he died 3 months after. You know what I mean? That boy was a superstar. You know what I mean? But he died 3 months after on our block. And it was a sad moment, but we celebrated. You know what I mean? Like, we celebrated his life, and his memory went on for a long. It's still going on now. You know, they both is, but it was a difference there. Like, and I just think like me having to bury myself, and I think that's what did it for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I knew it. I had to get serious with life. It wasn't about the street. You know what I'm saying? I just be like, damn, life is real. This is real. Like, it ain't about all this little chump change I'm carrying.
Right.
No, like, somebody might die today, nigga, and it might be on you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So when I started looking at life like that, yeah, I got serious with it. So yeah, that's when my life changed, man. And yeah, he my motivation. Of course, I call myself Ant Mill. My name ain't Ant Mill. My name is Antoine.
Yep.
Everybody called me Twan up until 18. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And from him dying and on, I became an Ant. Because I wanted his name to live on. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
now
powerful.
everybody know Ant Mill. They don't really know Twan though. You know what I'm saying? But they know Emil. But that was my goal. You feel me? That was my goal. I never sell this house right here because this was Terrell's crib. I bought it off his mom. I bought it off his mom, and this was his house. She was giving this to him. Well, after he graduated, he only had like 2-3 more months to graduate, and this was his crib. And my aunt knew what I was going through when they both died. That was my first cousin. My aunt knew like that was all I had. I ain't had no more close cousins that close that was old enough to be with me at that time and all this. So she was letting me live here. You know what I'm saying? And I was getting money then. That's when I really started taking life serious. So she ended up selling it to me, man. It's one of my trophies. It's my smallest house I got, cheapest rent I got, but it's my most valuable crib that I say.
Why don't you give us a walk around, brother? Let's walk us through.
I don't really want to go too much around because they got a tenant here. I keep a tenant in here, always did.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just a little 2-bedroom, just a regular little house with a field next to it, man. To the average, is nothing. But like I said, to me, it mean a lot. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
You mind telling me? You mind telling us?
I think I paid about $9,000 for it, maybe 10, when I was 19 years old.
And what was that, about 15 years ago?
What am I, 35 today?
Yeah, about 15, 16 years ago?
Something like that.
What
about
you think
16 years ago.
What you think is worth now, today?
Maybe like 40. Maybe like 40, maybe a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Something in that range. I got the field next to it.
See what I'm saying?
But like I said, I would never sell it. You know what I mean? I would never sell it. So and I had it rented out for all them years, so it been in green. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just keeping it. This is like, I come past this house a lot, and remember, I used to stay in this house. I was staying here when I bought it, so I just remember like a lot of memories here. My baby here, all that. Like my daughter was here and shit like that. Like, I just remember a lot here. So, and this was my cousin crib. So I never sell this house. It's a piece of me. It's a piece of them that I'm gonna hold on to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So out of all the investments you done made, brother, would you say real estate or?
Real estate was my core. Real estate is my core. That was my first investment. It was one of my smartest investments. And I always was thinking long term. When you think of long term, longevity, man, real estate, you would never lose in the long haul. You know what I'm saying? So I love real estate, man. And I think that is my foundation. But now I have other things that I done put on there too that's like brick and mortar as well. But this was like my foundation. Real estate was my foundation. The rental properties, man, it's nothing like them. Like I said, I had this for 15, 16, 17 years, whatever many years I had it. It been rented out every year, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's my cheapest rent. But like I said, I had the house for so long. It's in the green. It's paying well. Yeah, it's
way
a nice
more
house,
than
man. Nice house to have.
So look, we all about strategies, bro.
For sure.
Now, we can get out the rain too in this after this question.
How about
give us 3 steps, bro. I know that one was passed down from the aunt, but give us 3 steps, bro. How is you finding these properties? Like, and should we start off buying and selling, or should we hold them to them like you and put a tenant in them?
It's a couple different ways, right? I know one way that's very hard to do is a bando property. It's a very hard thing to do. I say the easiest way is Zillow a property, right? If you don't know a realtor you can reach out to, I want to let y'all know, you can reach out to a realtor. They'll start looking for you a property in your price range and areas you want to be in for free. They work for you. So call them, give them a price range you want to be. Go get pre-approved if you can, and if you got cash, tell them how much money you got, show them a bank receipt. They'll start looking for a property for you in your liking. Tell them what you want to do. If you want to flip, tell them where you want to be in 5 years. And if you got a good realtor, they'll tell you what you should do to get there, whether that's buy a couple rental properties, rent them, and sell them later, or whether that's buy a flip property because you got enough money in your pocket to flip a house, or whatever that case may be. But find a realtor, man. Your realtor gonna be your best friend. You know what I'm saying? A realtor gonna be your best friend, whether you're going to the banks or you're using your cash. Creative financing, no matter however you're doing it, your realtor gonna be the key to that. You know what I'm saying?
So start right there first. Start off getting the realtor.
Find you a nice realtor, man. That ain't how I found this house.
Nah, for sure.
That's how I found majority of my properties. And that's how I sold majority of my properties and made good, clean money. Put them checks right into my name, put them right into my account, and was able to go buy another bigger house and flip those. And then the realtor was telling me, hey, you know what? I know you like to do wood floor. I know you like to do carpet all through your houses, but wood floors is in this area. You're gonna get $20,000 more, you put wood floors in here, and I sell it a month quicker. You know what I mean? That's the type of ability that the realtor can give you. A realtor can look at your stuff and be like, man, listen, this house ain't selling because you ain't staged it. Let me stage it for you. I'm gonna make the seller. I'm gonna make the buyer. I'm gonna take it out of the money. You know what I'm saying? And now they done staged your whole house and sold it quick. It's little tricks into the trade that we may not know. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you can go become a realtor, right? And you can do some of this stuff yourself. You get paid to sell houses too.
Right.
It's another way. That's another angle at the game, though. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
Yeah, that's another angle at the game.
That's good. So for starters though, bro, like what should I focus on first? Like, should I be focusing on, because you kind of hit on a key point, bro. Like, should I just, because like we don't got a lot of money to start with. Credit might not be the best. We putting ourselves in them shoes. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Well.
So you saying go start with like maybe a bandit house, try to find them because them cheaper.
Nah, because that's going to take you a long time to walk
And it's going to cost you a lot of money.
Yeah, so you're going to be dumping money in there. Like, if you got some type of good job, right?
Right.
And that job is paying you, and say every month or whatever, you could put up 1,000 and you can dedicate it to a project. They're going to get you a bando house and fix it up, and you could dedicate 1,000 to it each month and stack it up. But if you could do that, then you could save 1,000 each month. And you could buy a house, a fixer-upper, but not a bando. You could buy a fixer-upper on Zillow, but not a bando. Save until you get to a level where you can start flipping or where you can start renting. See what your rich life look like. Yo, my rich life might not be your rich life. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to rent houses and just have a bunch of residual incomes, basically retire and don't do nothing but keep up with your houses and travel to do whatever you want to do, then that's a different way of looking at it. If you want to flip cribs and you want to have millions of dollars, you want to have money to touch, that's another way of looking at it. Like, that's gonna tell you what type of house you're gonna buy. That's gonna tell, like, if you want to have money to touch, you might just buy a single family or something. But if you want to have rentals, you might buy a duplex, a side by side, stack your income up that's coming in monthly. You know what I'm saying? It's different ways of looking at it.
Bro, we talked about partnerships, we talked about relationships, but one thing we ain't talking about, bro, is mentorships.
Yes, sir.
How important is mentorship, bro?
You need mentorships. I mean, to me, like, it just all depends, man, where you get your mentorship from. Some people go to the church, some people go to an individual, some people go to books, some people go to videos. You know what I'm saying? But go somewhere, man. Always be a book. Like, you always want to be open to learning and growing. Always be a student to the game, every game you in, man. Don't nobody know it all. Ain't nobody master nothing in this world, man. So just always be a student, bro. So with being a student, you're going to have plenty of mentors. You're going to get mentorships from all over. It might not be an individual, though. You know what I'm saying? It might be something you read. You know what I'm saying? It might be, like, you never know. It might be riding through that area that you see all of these crazy cribs, and you get inspired and motivated from these cribs. That you keep doing that. You keep riding, you keep Zillowing them, you keep writing in where you want to be. That might be the very mentor that you need. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people see and they won't.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Manifest it, bro.
Yeah, you gotta manifest it.
I got one for you though, bro. This was a good one right here. Talk about the process behind the decision making before you make an investment.
That's a lot too. That's a lot too, man.
Whoa.
With me,
that's a good one.
Early on, man, that process was a lot. You know what I'm saying? Right now, the process is, but you know, it's like with accountants, with this and with that, making sure it's a proper business decision. You know, but early on, if we talking to people that don't need an accountant, that just about to going into a business decision, my process is no decision you make is a bad decision. No loss that you lose is a loss. It's a lesson. So don't be scared to make it to jump out there. Now, I ain't saying jump out there with all your ends, right? And to throw it into one thing. Don't be scared to jump out there and test the waters, though. You feel me? You never know. Like, I done had plenty businesses. I done had clothing businesses. I done had stores. I done had all type of businesses that I closed. You feel me? And I knew, like, that ain't gonna end me from investing into the next business.
Right.
I done had bad partners.
Right.
I done had all that. That ain't gonna stop me from, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a lesson, bro. I'm gonna come at it differently. Now I can see stuff coming at me now because of what I done learned with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you gotta take it as a lesson, man. Just don't be scared. My process My process now, you know, I try to look through it. You know, I try to slow down. But sometimes, like, you can't tell the next person what you want to do. Sometimes you can't bring it to the next person. Sometimes you got to jump out there with faith. That faith is a mug. Like, you got to have it like a mustard, like faith of a mustard seed. That's facts. You got to have that faith, especially with an entrepreneur. You got to have faith that somebody going to buy your merch. You got to have faith that you going to make this bread. You can quit this job. That's hard to do.
Yeah, if you don't got faith and you don't believe in it, who else gonna believe in it?
Come on, man.
So let's talk about wifey for a second. Let's talk about wifey, man. Shout out to the set, by the way.
For sure.
I know she behind the scenes.
Well, she very much on the front.
I was about to say, for real, she be on the front too.
The new investment we just got, the bar, the new 330 lounge, you know what I'm saying?
That's yours?
The old Deja Vu. It ain't mine personally, it's my Uncle Joe's, but we went in half with him, so now we partnership with him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like, you know what I'm saying? That's my partner. You know, that's my wife, but yeah, that's my partner. So she helped me with everything I do. Like, all the stuff that I had, she jumped in and took it to another level, bro. I don't know where I'd be right now without her. You feel me? Like I said, I need partners. Like, that's a good partner for me.
Tell us, I don't want you to get too deep, but just tell us one secret that she do that done took you to another level that don't nobody know about. Just one. Just give us one, bro.
She took care of all my books. She do all my books for me. Yeah, I'm able to be creative. I'm able to do interviews. I'm able to do traveling and talking and working and dealing with my customers because my wife behind the scenes is pushing them papers through, printing them. She doing all of that type of, you know what I mean, filing the taxes and paying them. You know what I mean? Yeah, the money, I might deposit it in an account, but she gonna take it out of there and pay it where it gotta go, put it where it gotta go. Stuff like that, man. She keeping me straight. So I'm able to be creative, man. I'm able to be out here. I'm able to find the good investments and find these houses and stuff like that because I got time, because she take care of the back office. So in a sense, she my backbone.
And that's good, bro. Because your situation kind of like mine. And my wifey kind of, that's what she do, take care of them books. Like, since you talking about books, bro, this is the last one we're going to go to wrap it up back up.
All right.
So, bro, look. So we talk about books. Most people probably don't know, well, starting out, what is books? How important, especially running I'm going to just say business as a whole. Mm-hmm. Business as a whole for you, because you got all these businesses.
For sure.
But how important, bro, is it for you to know your numbers, bro? Running a business at this magnitude.
Well, I think it's important to know your weaknesses and your strengths. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you not good with numbers, get somebody in position that can handle your numbers for you. You don't gotta know everything in the business. Like, I don't have to know the numbers personally. I do, right? I do, but I don't have to know them personally. I just gotta get somebody I can trust that does this for a living, that can know these numbers and do these numbers for me if this not my strong suit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for me, it's knowing your strengths and your weaknesses. But with the books, if you good with doing your books, of course you want to know what's going on. You want to know who's paying what, where your money going, stuff like that. And you should know the basics. You should know the basics. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, bigger than anything, man, get yourself a good accountant, get yourself a good tax person. Everybody got to file taxes when you get into the business. So get you a good tax person, man. And the stuff that you don't know, you can call them, and usually they'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way to go with your books. And you'll know what you're doing and how you're doing it if you go that direction.
Last one. I know that was the last one. Last one. Without the accountants, without all this backup you got, bro, mind you, we starting off, this is me by myself. Like, I don't got all that. Give me 3 numbers that you'll look at starting off. Just like starting off trying to get to, like, remember, we're trying to get to 100K. So what 3 numbers would you mostly pay attention to?
What do you mean 3 numbers? Like
would you pay, like, when I say 3 numbers, I mean like operation expenses, revenue, profits. Like, what numbers would you even be worried about profits right now?
What business you in? You know what I'm saying?
Not all business. That's a good one. What business you in?
Not all business.
That's a good one.
Like, you know what they say, like, it take money to make money. Not all the time. If I was a barber, it took me the equipment that I bought, that's all it took me. It should take me the hours standing on my feet to make the money. So it just depends on what business you in.
Okay, that's a good
So
one.
what numbers you gotta watch, or like what things you gotta watch. But of course, it goes without being said, You want to keep, when you first start off at any business, man, you want to keep all expenses to low as you can keep them, man. Except advertisement.
Except
Advertisement can't go on that key. Sometimes you got to spend money that you don't got for the advertisement and trusting that that's going to turn into money. You know what I'm saying?
this
With
is
this new
good,
day
bro.
and age, that's going to turn into some cheese. So sometimes you got to go out with advertisement. But other than that, keep all your expenses low, man, and stay down, like they say, until you come up. Just keep pounding the pavement. With me, every time I sell something, I rebuy it. I rebuy.
That's
So
me.
in the jewelry store, if I make 30,000 this month, you know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, I'm going to spend 20, 25 on putting it back into the store.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm going to do that because I want the store to stay steady when I leave it to these kids. They got a nice inventory, they got a study, and they got a mind frame. They don't need to put the money in their pocket. What they going to buy? They got everything they need. When you want something, you take little by little by little by little, and you put that to the side until you got enough and go buy it. Don't go try to go do it right there. Take little by little by little. Right now, you're growing something that's gonna grow for all of our kids. This is generational. So this is gonna go for your kids, my kids, they kids, and they kids. It's gonna go. You're gonna be able to pass the keys, pass the baton every time. You're gonna have enough money. When you're ready to retire, niggas start pinching money and putting it to the side for your retirement. Like I just did when I'm passing it down to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'll
Yeah.
take it and then make the company. I'm gonna make my nephews and them pay me monthly for my company. I'm gonna tell y'all niggas owe me $5 grand. I'm not doing nothing
Leasing a
for y'all.
company. Lease, that's called leasing
You know what I'm
agreement. That's
saying?
called a leasing
I'm
agreement,
passing it
y'all.
down to them, but y'all gonna still give me my royalties. And when you pass it down, they gonna give me my royalties plus yours. And when they pass it down, they gonna do the same thing. But guess what? The business gotta be growing. And for us to do it like that, for all of us to still be eating off of it, we gotta be growing. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. I wanna pass it down in about 2 years when my daughter go to college. She goes somewhere nice, I wanna go with her. You know what I mean? Now it's my nephews. Boom. Now, yeah, you young, but you ready. You know what I'm saying? And you got help. Your brothers and sisters and other family, you got help. Pull them in. Let's grow this company. You take it to the next level. And then when it's daytime, when it's my kids' time, or whoever next in the chain, in the pecking order, you pass it to them, man. That's your obligation. You know what I'm saying? It's your obligation. But I'm still here. So if I see you doing something I don't like, I can't just come snatch it, but I'm going to come be on you. I'm going to be on you. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't going to let you run our family business into the ground either, though.
Man.
You feel me? I add your name to the papers, but I ain't taking mine off. Like it's gonna be things to it.
You talking
feel
crazy
me?
right
Yeah,
now.
I add you to this.
Yeah.
This is yours. I'm
I
gone.
like it.
But I ain't taking me off because if you slip,
I gotta be there.
I'm coming to take this motherfucker back because there's other ones that's coming that got to do this. You know what I'm saying? Just in case they don't want to go do nothing else. They at least, at the bare minimum, coming to work for the family business. You know what I'm saying? That's the very, but I don't want them all to just come to me. You know what I'm saying? I want them to go do what they want to do with their lives. But if they need to, this gonna always be here for them. You know what I'm saying? Flat
For
out.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, so now that we just got done talking about real estate and whatnot, talk about how you know when it's time to diversify your portfolio, bro.
That's a good question. You know what I mean? But I was always taught, man, it's more than one way to skin a cat. It was more than one way to get money. You know what I'm saying? And I read a book and they said that you need 6 sources of income to be a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? So I always knew right then and there, I knew I was gonna need more than one way to feed the family that I got. You know what I'm saying? And if I want to be legit, I knew off the gate I was gonna have multiple streams of income. A lot of passive income. I need to have residual income. I need to have a lot of investments. I knew that off the gate. You know what I'm saying? At an early age. So I guess that depends on what you need, your need. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like that all depends on you. You know what I mean? Like for me, my need, I knew I was gonna have to have multiple streams of income because I got multiple mouths to feed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And what the lifestyle that I'm living, I knew I wanted my kids to live that, and it was gonna take, you know what I'm saying, more than one business.
Okay.
But that just was my way of going about it. Some people can put all into one business and make just as much as I'm making with 5, 6 different businesses. If one business is making you that much money, sometimes it's better to put your all in one instead of stretching yourself thin. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, in some cases. In my case, it was better for me to split it up because we got slow periods in jewelry. You know what I'm saying? Houses, you only get paid one time a month. Like, and then stuff happens in both areas and you got to take care of that. You know what I mean? I got bills, so I knew I needed multiple streams. You know what I mean? So,
So you said something that I want to touch on a little bit. Talk about, because remember we talking to people that's trying to start businesses and they, you know what I mean, kind of don't know some of these terms we use. And talk about the difference between passive and residual income, bro.
residual to me, I mean, I can't give you like the way I look at it is residual to
the way
me.
you look at it.
Residual to me is like the real estate. Is money you got coming in, but you got a little maintenance with it. Passive is like crypto or something. Money you got out there and you ain't got to do nothing for it. It's just coming in every month. Boom, boom, boom. Residual, you got to do a little bit to it. Like you might got a house insurance. You get the rent coming in every month, but you got property insurance. You know what I'm saying? Or you got a hot water tank that went out. You got to keep a little bit. You got to put a little bit to the side for anything that happened. To me, that's residual. And passive is something you don't really got to do nothing for. It's just coming in. It was an investment you put out that's just paying you without you doing nothing for it. You know what I'm saying? Them the difference between them two. In my eyes, that's my definition of them.
That's
you
a
know what I'm
perfect
saying?
definition.
Yeah, and both of them is great. If you can get either one of them, you're doing good because usually you in the green with that. You might got a couple months out of the year where you in the red, but after you get your investment back, you in the green there on in. You know what I'm saying? From that point, after your investment, if you spend 30,000 if I spend 20,000 on a charm or on some jewelry, and I'm paying on it for 6 months. Say I roll six checks out. You know what I'm saying? For 30,000. I'm paying on it for 6 months. After that 6 months, everything I make on that is green. You know what I'm saying? So that become passive to me. But them ways that I make things passive, that's just profit.
Right.
But I'm looking at that as passive. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't gonna pay me forever. Passive pay you forever. Just I'm gonna have to keep rebuying to keep it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, you know.
That's
There's
good.
different ways of doing it. You feel me?
No, that's good. I hope y'all got y'all T.R.A.P. Hope y'all taking notes because he just already dropping gems and already done touched on a couple of key notes.
Yeah.
So, bro, like I said, you got multiple different businesses too. Like, we gonna touch on this a little bit more. Some people say, bro, you shouldn't get out of the lane you in until you done made multiple incomes out of that lane. Like, if that makes sense.
I mean, it's different for every person.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I said, some people it's better focusing on one thing and growing that one thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that might work better for them. For me, I was better pitting pennies with pennies and making nickels and dimes and quarters. Like I was better with, starting something here and getting it going and then trying to go somewhere else. Once I start making money from here, I was never good with having money. Like saving money to me is dead money. Having 200,000 in your bank account or 200,000. Now in your bank account is different because you can go take loans on it and you can borrow. But just having like money sitting around for me is dead money.
Right.
I know that I want my money making money at every moment.
For sure.
So instead of putting all my eggs in one basket, because I lost like that before with Raj, I lost like that. So instead of me putting all my eggs in one basket, I start, spreading it out a little bit here, a little bit there. You know what I'm saying? Once I got a foundation, once my foundation was strong enough, then I felt it comfortable enough to spread it out. You know what I'm saying? And I started spreading it out. You know what I mean? So that's how that went.
After listen, you just touched on it, so I'm gonna get into it, bro. Like, talk about some of the challenges that come with like going into business with a business partner, bro.
I ain't always had a partner, so adjusting to just having a partner. I'm gonna be honest with you, like it was some of the best things that I could have ever asked for. To be honest, like it takes some of the pressure off. You ain't got to do everything by yourself. So when I initially got into the jewelry business, Raj was getting out of the business. My partner, let's not say Raj, my partner was getting out of the business, right? He offered me the business. I bought it. I was opening the mall for about a month or so. I didn't like the rules and regulations that came there. So I already had this spot. You feel me? So I moved that from a month to here. And when I got here, I was open for 3-4 months, and it was hectic for me trying to learn the business and sell because I already had his clientele from Jules and Moore. And then everybody heard about it because I was already a popular cat. So now we booming. So I kind of like didn't know what to do. I was making so much money and didn't even know how to, didn't even understand what I was selling.
Right.
The business, I mean, I was already business savvy, but I didn't understand my merchandise. I was doing a disservice to my customers for 3-4 months, selling them stuff that I bought off Ross, but I don't even really know exactly what it was. You know what I mean? So I called him from India to come be my partner. I gave him money to buy back in with us after I already showed him the numbers that I done made. So I convinced him, because he gave it up, he was done. I convinced him to come back into the game. I needed him, and it was the right thing to do. Although it ended the way it ended, it still was the right thing to do.
Sure.
I learned so much in that year that I was with him. It was exactly what I needed. I couldn't have paid for that. I couldn't have paid for the knowledge, the hands-on experience, the stuff that I learned from him in that year span. I couldn't have paid for it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like I said, for me, I needed him. So having a partner, it was hard to adjust with at first because, you know, everybody was entitled. He feel like he'd been doing jewelry forever. He know what he doing. I feel like these is my customers. They coming for me. So it was pulling and pulling, and it was going back and forth.
What's going on, y'all? No, I know y'all.
Oh yeah, because you don't see the camera. He thought I was having the conversation. Like, that's how it's supposed to be. Like, we having the conversation.
It's all good.
So would you say relationships is more important than money?
For sure.
That's
Come on, man. You know that, man. Sometimes, man,
I mean,
it's
some
who
people
you know that get in them doors, man. That sit down with them people. Sometimes you can't pay for some of the stuff these cats got in their head, man. But do I think paying for the game is worth it? Yeah, because I feel like I could tell you something right now, and you ain't gonna take it for a grain of salt. But if I charged you for that same information, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna use it because you done paid for that. You ain't about to waste your money. You know what I'm saying? If you done paid for something I gave you, I could trust that you're gonna probably use with that information I gave you. You feel me? Like, and if I just told you it might go in one ear and out the next. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I ain't saying gatekeep, but I'm just saying, like, I understand why people charge for some of the information they know. I understand because you want somebody to take your stuff serious. You know what I mean? So I understand that too.
All right, so we talked about real estate a little bit. Let's talk about startup costs for we're not even gonna talk about the whole plaza just yet. Just talk about just the jewelry store. Just we ain't got to get into exacts or not, but just give us like some numbers on like startup costs, like maybe some licenses and insurances we might need. Like, tell us what we need to get a jewelry store going and for it to be legit.
Man, first of all, in order to, you need, I mean, it's multiple ways to do jewelry, right?
Okay.
You could be a grill maker. You could do only grills, right? And you can manufacture your grills right here in the back, and won't need the next person like a wholesaler or you know what I'm saying, or another outsourced manufacturer. You may not need that, but for me, what I was doing and how fast I grew, I needed wholesalers. So with that, I didn't even know where to go sign up, to go to any jewelry shows or anything like that. So I needed knowledge. You couldn't pay for it. So I had to get Raj to come back in to take me to wholesalers to introduce me to them. You know what I mean? So that I could start getting merch from them. So startup costs for a jewelry store, like a fully jewelry store with diamonds and gold, and you know what I'm saying? Who knows, bro? You know what I mean? I hate to throw a crazy number out there and say something crazy, but you can start up with anything. You ain't gotta have a store. You can start up with just selling a couple pieces online. Finding a wholesaler that was willing to sell to you and buy that and mark it up a couple dollars and sell it online. People pay for style. People pay for, you can literally buy a chain.
Trends.
Yeah, people pay for trends. You can literally buy a chain and buy a charm and put it together, and people never looked at it like that and will pay you a little bit extra. Even they ain't even thinking to go look and see where you got it from. They just might buy because they like that merch. You feel what I'm saying? You might make the trend. You might break the net.
So
you know what I mean?
So
So like,
basically,
you can start anywhere, man, with jewelry. So yeah, you can start with silver. You can start with anything, earrings. You can start with anything.
Basically, he's saying people will pay you for your art, people will pay you for your creation, but you don't gotta go off the deep end thinking like, oh, I need this massive amount of money to get into the jewelry game. And another thing we didn't touch on is if you got credit too, that'll definitely help you.
Yeah, you can always go credit. You can leverage your credit.
Leverage your credit, but also what he touched on a lot was you could just start off selling stuff online, putting piece by piece together online. You ain't gotta. It might be a piece that you already had. It might want to get rid of or something and put something together. Like you, it's multiple ways that you can get started. So I just wanted to ask him just to get his preference. But like he said, it's multiple ways. And what some people don't think about, bro, is what you said too. Is you can only just do grills or you can only just do earrings. Or
you can start that way.
Some people think like they losing like that. But think about it. That's just like saying like when you go to Cane's. That's like when you go to Raising Cane's, they only sell one thing. But every time you go to that line, it's wrapped around the corner.
Exactly.
Like they not thinking about they losing because what across the street got going on. You feel what I'm saying? They focused on what's going on, bro. They focused on, you know what? We master chicken sandwiches and chicken.
That's us.
That's us.
And they get in that lane, we smash.
You feel what I'm saying?
I understand that.
And when you do that, when people come to your business, they already know what to expect.
They know what to expect, bro.
You feel what
and they're gonna get that.
Yeah. All right, now it's time to start getting into a little bit of the secret sauce. And let's show them a couple pieces and let's take them through, like, you know, what the pieces cost and, you know, like what it costs to make these pieces, and then, you know, what it's going to cost the customer. I apologize.
Okay, let's do that, man. I got a couple pieces right here. This is a custom piece here. You can see it's a little bit over 5 carats. It's about 37 grams. It's about 10 carats. I mean, like about 10 karat gold. It's 10 karat gold. Something like this is around anywhere from like 4,500 to 5,500. Something in that range.
That's a nice piece. What did it say on there?
It say racks.
Okay.
With a baby and a money bag. This is another piece. Card included. LLAR, stand for long live AR.
Can I see one of the pieces, bro?
Yeah, for sure, man. It's all good, man. I got some gloves, but it's all right. I'll clean it up.
This is...
That you're looking at is about 60 grams, 7 carats. That's H in color. That's VS.
So, bro, this is actual custom pieces. Is you making these pieces yourself, or are you sending these pieces out?
Actually, I'm sending these ones out right here, man. Okay. We fortunate enough. We getting too much. We was making these pieces in the back. You know what I'm saying? But we want quality. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to be practicing on people merch. So I'm continually growing, but I'm working with a factory hand in hand. So I'm getting these made from one of my factories.
Okay. What's the turnaround on that? Like,
my turnaround time is like 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah, like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. We can get this done. We can get this graphic design and back to us in about 2 weeks, man.
Okay. All right, give us 3 steps, bro. Give us 3 steps.
To making a piece? First thing you do?
Not even to making a piece, bro. Just
to like putting your order in?
No.
Okay.
Give us 3 steps, bro, to growing to this size, bro. Starting from scratch. It might even, matter of fact, let's keep it simple. 3 steps to go from 0 to 100K in a business like this in a year, bro. Give us 3 steps.
0 to 100K in a business like this in a year.
Give me 3 steps, bro.
Advertisement. Advertisement is number one. You gotta advertise. You want to reach 100,000 in a year, which is doable.
For sure, that's why I said it.
I mean, you don't need a storefront to do it. You know what I'm saying? You can still make them numbers, but advertisement is the key. Advertisement, start there. Consistency, you know what I mean? Start there. So those 2 things, and availability. You got to do this all day. You know what I mean? If you want to see them type of numbers, do it. When it's slow, keep hitting it. Keep pounding the pavement. But advertisement gonna get you there. Gonna get you started. For sure.
Advertising, definitely. I'm glad you put that as the first strategy because so basically, you either selling a service or a product, right? Right now, this is a product. So with that, you got to know how to put this product in front of a specific customer, right? Because at the end of the day, he's selling high-end jewelry, so he can't just be putting this in front of anybody. So the advertising got to be key with this, because at the end of the day, he got to put this in the right people's face, right?
That's right.
And then the consistency part of it. The consistency part of it is, like he said, you might only start off with one piece. You might start off with your piece. You feel what I'm saying? You seeing this interview right now, this might motivate you, like, want to really get in the jury game, and you like, where to start? And you probably got some jury laying around. So you might start there, but at the end of the day, you can't get sidetracked to the slow economy when that comes, the recessions or whatever, or just the times where, ain't nothing coming in. Third step, definitely availability. You got to be available. You got, because listen, I've been rocking with him since he had this when he was with Raj. Like, and then, it ain't a day that the store closed. You feel what I'm saying? And it be times where he'd come in,
snowstorms,
to come in to get a client a piece. You feel what I'm saying? So those 3 steps is crucial.
Yeah,
those is crucial.
Important, man.
Advertising, consistency, and being available.
Exactly.
You killed it with that, bro.
For sure.
So let's talk about how, because the goal is always to turn a one-time buyer into a reoccurring customer or client. So tell us what separates you from the other jewelers in the business and how you keeping these clients coming back.
My experience, man. First of all, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. Like, I work the store. I'm off today. Y'all see I'm in street clothes. I'm off today. But usually I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So the type of, you talking to the owner, you know what I mean? And that face to face, and you get my cell phone number, you call me at any time. I ain't just selling jewelry, man. I'm selling you experience. I'm selling you the knowledge of what you wearing. When I was buying my jewelry, that's how I was learning slowly, because Raj was teaching me some of the stuff. Hey, this is this is that. Now I'm teaching, like, I'm gonna give these cards to my customers, and when they get
those cards,
I'm gonna explain exactly what this card say. You can look at this card, but may not know what's on it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you, hey, this H in color is stone. Look at this chart, and look, the chart goes from this to this, and this is H. This is where your diamond is at, and I can stand behind that. This is an appraisal card. I can stand behind it, yada, yada, yada. But that type of thing, your customer leave knowledgeable. They know what they got. They know what they looking for. If they like the way that charm hit, they know what that diamond was. When they go somewhere else to go buy some jewelry from somewhere else, they can ask for that quality. You know what I'm saying? They say, hey, you got this in H color, the same charm in H color, or you got this in I, or you got this at, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got this in round cut or brilliant or trillion or whatever the cut may be. Like, that's how I feel like I get reoccurring customers, because our city ain't big.
Our city ain't big.
Our city is not big. It ain't like it's not the size of Cleveland, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's small. So I depend on reoccurring customers. So I gotta stand behind everything I do. I gotta, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a pleasing person. I can't, you feel me? But my store is set up for them. Like, I ain't got millions and millions of dollars worth of jewelry. Like, I got jewelry that's suitable for my area, and I got jewelry for everything, but
for sure.
just suitable for our area. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure.
Y'all ready for some more secret sauce? All right, so I'm gonna bring Lil Anna in real quick, because Lil Anna, he wanted to show us some of the secret sauce on how y'all actually coming up with some of this stuff. So you got to come back around here. You got that still pulled up, Lil Ant?
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
How y'all doing today? My name Lil Ant. You know what I'm saying? I'm the graphic designer of Jewels and More. I be designing all the charms, all the rings, pretty much every custom piece you see.
Ooh.
And I really came here. I started working here like a year ago because my uncle, I was getting ready to graduate. I ain't had really too much going on. I ain't had no end goal. He brought me in and showed me a new way. I never even thought about jewelry a day in my life until he showed me what it was. Opened a whole lot of new opportunities for me. For real, I owe it all to him.
Ooh, that's sweet. So, do you talk about some of the obstacles that come with doing graphics?
A lot of obstacles that come with it is trying to be unique. it's a lot of charms out there. It's a lot of styles and a lot of charms that's already been made, for real. And you just gotta go and try to figure out your own sauce, figure out your own swag, figure out, you know what I'm saying, figure out your own so you can have your own unique design. It's something that represents you. It's okay. Like if a customer like specifically wants that specific design, it's okay. But you know, you're also able to throw in a little flair just to make them extra happy. You know what I'm saying? Just to give them that experience.
I got one more question for him before you show him your little secret sauce, all right?
Yes, sir.
Where would you like to see the company at in the next 5 years, bro?
In the next 5 years, I really want to see the company in a very good spot because I plan to own it in the next 5 years.
Ooh.
I plan to own it in the next 5 years. So I really want to see the company at a new heights because I plan to bring it to a all-time new peak because I plan to bring in new ideas and new forms of new forms of publicity and promoting things, you know what I'm saying, new forms of jewelry and everything once I get that chance to.
That's key, because that's key because you already know about being innovative. That basically means always looking for ways to grow, always looking for ways to change, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's good. You ready to show them some of your secret sauce?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Right here, I got this rags charm. I'm pretty sure y'all was looking at it earlier. I got it in person right here, but this is what it looked like raw, unedited, no diamonds, no nothing, just a picture and some words. Now you see it that I made up for surely. For surely that I made up. Now you see it right here. We got the little Dirk font. That's the little spiky words right there. See how it oop, my bad. Let me see. See how it go up right there and how it matches on the charm.
Yeah.
A lot of people really like this font because it give out a more of an aggressive side, like a tiger's, like a tiger stripe. Then right here, we did a color baby with enamel paint. Instead of doing just pure gold and diamonds, he wanted enamel paint to be different. That's what I be saying when I mean like do it different. Cause somebody would have just made the angel in all gold and called it a day, or maybe iced out the angel. But we decided to do it in enamel paint.
That's raw, too.
Put diamonds around it and put a bell on top of it.
That's raw, bro.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, and then you see right here in the white, this is really where the diamonds is at right here. Right there, yep, that's like the outer plate of the white, and it's in white gold. And then if you look at the back plate, it's in yellow gold and it's iced out right here. And you see how it's like 3D right there? When we get ready to make it and see it, we see the 3D, so we know it's a double plate.
And that's just into the what you call them, the distributor?
Nah.
No,
we take this to the next step.
Yep.
He send that to me, and then I take it to the next step, and then I make this a 3D CAD. I send a 3D CAD to the distributor.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I got you.
We take everything
to my factory.
To his factory.
Yeah, like and a third party we working with.
Yes, sir.
Not a storefront or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Yes, sir.
Man, I appreciate you, little aunt.
I appreciate you guys too.
Yes, sir, man. That was fire. Listen, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way I can keep bringing on guests like Aunt Mills and Lil Aunt. Man, also, listen. If you guys just believe in yourself, if you guys put your all into it, like I said, it don't matter where you starting at. I always want to beat that up. It don't matter where you starting at. It's about where you finish at. Listen, you're gonna have ups and downs. You're gonna go through times and tribulations. You're gonna go through obstacles where it seems like you're back against the wall. But don't let none of that stop you, because at the end of the day, people like Aunt Mills, people like me, people like Lil Aunt, people like my guys behind the camera, we all went through it, but we still here today, and that's why we able to help you guys start, build, and grow your businesses. Let's get back to the interview. All right, so we've been talking about multiple investments. We've talked about multiple streams of income, passive income, residual income.
There you go.
Now we right here in front of the plaza, even though the jewelry store right here and your
A realtor company.
your realtor company right there as well. Let's talk about, bro, what does it take, like the mindset it take to scale to this size, like, because, bro, like from where you started that $10,000 investment.
For sure.
Now I'm pretty sure you probably pushing, if not 7 figures already, you pushing that.
For sure.
So let's talk about the mindset about that, because the scale to that, bro.
A lot of my mind frame came from where I've been. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pencil been sharpened from what I've been through. So going through all of that is why my mind frame. I mean, that's what helped me get to where I'm going. I continued to grow because I knew where I was at and I never wanted to be there again. But you know, like consistency, like I said, man, just keep hitting one foot in front of the other, and I keep investing. I kept investing. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes that worked, but when you want to get something this big, you got to put your money up. You got to save your money. For stuff this big, you got to know what you want. You got to aim for it. You got to save for it, and you got to, you know what I'm saying, plan for it and go get that.
But this the thing with you though, bro. You so close to all like the fancy things, the shiny things. You own a jewelry store.
Mm-hmm.
You got a dad that's well off that got Maybach to Aston Martin and third.
Mm-hmm.
You got a nice car.
For
you
sure.
feel what I'm saying? You got some jewelry, but that ain't that ain't your lifestyle.
That right.
So like, how is you able to balance that, bro? Like, and you right there in front of all of that.
Man, I swear, bro.
And you got the money to do that stuff, bro.
But when you really start getting money, bro, it's like that stuff don't make you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get stressed anymore, all like that. Like I, you know what I'm saying? Because it ain't about that. I'd rather invest.
Mm-hmm.
So like this unit, I split this. I could have would have got a car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I split this up. It made 6. This was already being rented. I had this building for 7 years. Right. This unit stayed rented all 7 years. But I doubled the income on this by splitting it up into 6 suites. You feel what I'm saying? Stuff like that is what I'm into. So I get my kicks and my rocks off doing stuff like this now. Instead of going to get me the chain or the new car, I go invest in something else. And every time I see a new investment, I get more and more excited. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's the type of shit I do.
So that's about making progress for you, bro.
This is one of them for sure.
So let's talk about where you see yourself at in the next 5 years, bro.
Retired. You know, I mean, for the hindsight of things, I'm never gonna be retired, but I'm gonna move, man. My daughter going to college. I'm going wherever she go. Hopefully she goes somewhere hot, so I can go somewhere hot. But yeah, man, I see me enjoying life. I see me with another business. I see me maybe flipping houses somewhere hot. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm taking it year by year. Every year, I add to my portfolio. I at least try to buy one house a year. I at least try to take a notch up with my jewelry store a year. I used to try to do like one extra thing a year. Whether that's paint all my walls in my house. Whether that's, you know what I'm saying? I'll do something every year. So year by year, man, in 5 years, I see myself 5 steps ahead of I was today. You know what I'm saying?
You know I love secrets, bro. We love secrets, you love strategies, bro, but this is more of a secret. All right, so we talking about you look from year to year, bro.
Year to year.
Tell us an investment that you're looking at making for next year.
This go without saying. This go without being said. I do this every year. I flip one property every year, and I buy one rental every year. So that's just one of my things that I do every year. You know what I'm saying? I try to get the rental for free. What I do is I take some money and I buy a house free, clearing out. I fix that house up, I flip it. And then I try to buy another property off of their profit. I put my money back in my pocket and I take that profit to buy a rental property. And now to add it on to my portfolio, I got more income coming in and I still got my little money. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I try to do every year. Flip one property and rent one property. Free though. For free. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a great strategy. Yeah. And I never heard nobody say that before.
Yeah, it's just a smart thing to do. I used to just try to add one house to my portfolio every year. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm to the point where I can flip one and then get one for free every year. You know what I'm saying? Which works out good too. Works out great. Yup, almost done though. Yeah, works out great. So no, this is natural. This is normal, man. Yeah.
You gotta come shop at Jewels and Port, baby.
Come on, man. Tell them, bro. Tell them.
You gotta come rock with that, baby.
Hey, matter of fact, come here. Matter of fact. 2 seconds.
Tell them.
Tell us about the experience you've been. Tell us about the experience you had since you've been coming here.
He can tell us a couple of experiences because he about to rent a house from me.
And how long you been shopping with Ant?
Nah, for sure, man.
Hold on. My bad.
You know, bro, great dude, you know what I'm saying? Great businessman, you know what I'm saying? A good person, though, you know, it's customer care, though, you know what I'm saying? Make his customers feel like family, for sure, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's my guy. Been a good dude ever since I known him, you know what I'm saying? You know, good prices, you know, come get you some jewelry, come get you a house, man, you know what I'm saying? Good guy.
That's right. He just came and got him one, for sure. Appreciate you, bro.
So that's good. That was good.
Yeah.
All right, we about to get ready to wrap it up. And,
I got 2 minutes now.
2 minutes. Yeah. All right, so tell us what trust, relationships, accountability, principles mean to you, bro?
Trust means a lot, depending on who we talking about, who we talking to.
Let's talk about
Not to just
business.
trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
Whatever you want,
trust.
whatever you want to put it.
I mean, I could use trust, but like faith. If we talk about business, I got good faith in my business, and I trust that I'm gonna be able. It's gonna keep continuously to flourish. You know what I mean in the business. You know what I'm saying? And what was the rest of them?
Relationships.
Relationships mean a lot, but like I told you,
You
relationships mean
definitely
more than
killed that
money.
earlier.
You need the
Yes,
doors to
sir.
be open. You know what I mean? Sometimes the relationships can open them doors for you. Sometimes the relationships can teach you something. You know what I mean? So relationships mean a lot, man. You gotta have good relationships, man. And you wanna be open too. Like, so yeah, relationships mean a lot. The next one was what?
Accountability.
Accountability. Oh, definitely. If you can't be accountable for none of the merch or none of the things or none of the service you putting out, you shouldn't be in business. You feel me? Go work for somebody else that's gonna take accountability for that action, for that merch or that product or whatever coming out of there. So be accountable for whatever you're doing, stand behind it. You know what I'm saying? And be the face. You ain't gotta be the face, but stand behind your merch, your product for sure.
For sure. Principles.
Principles, man. Them is some good principles to have right there. The ones you got right there. But man, you gotta have some type of principles, man. You gotta stand for something or you're gonna fall for everything. You gotta have some type of principles and morals, man. And I think every human being should have that. You know what I mean? Some type of principle, some type of morals, some type of integrity, everything. Like as a person, as an individual, man or female, makes no difference. Like they should have them principles, man. Some type of principles. Get you some principles, man, and stand by them.
Man, y'all heard it from the man himself, man. Like I said, bro, I definitely appreciate you, bro. Listen, before we leave out of here, listen, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way I can keep bringing on entrepreneurs like Ant Mills himself. And that only helps with the YouTube algorithm to let them know that we're doing the right thing.
Sure.
Listen, where can people get in touch with you, bro? Let them know your social media, bro. Let them know where we locate.
Of course, my social media is Ant Mill the Jeweler on all platforms, but bigger than anything, if you want to see like my location, you can always just Google it. You can always Google Joseph Moore 2.0 or NY Realty, and you can see some of the stuff we got going on, some of the upcoming properties. You can see the location of the jewelry store, which is 2618 Mahoney Avenue. And yeah, man, but Ant Mill the Jeweler on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Ant Mill the Jeweler or Joseph Moore 2.0 on all platforms.
Listen, again, I appreciate y'all. Listen, if you didn't see the video last week, make sure you go see that video last week before you check this one out. And again, I definitely appreciate y'all for tapping in and look forward to the video that we got coming up next week. Stay motivated, stay prayed up. Don't forget I still trap.